It didn't catch that on film, though.
Damn.
You're lucky.
Damn.
But you said I should have started filming.
Yeah, you should have. Or
So
you
this
should.
is what... Well, we are. So
Yeah.
now we're recording.
Okay, good.
So we are in 2025. We're back,
Yeah.
baby.
We're back.
It's been way too long, I'll say that. I think we took way too big of a break. Zowie.
It was nice. It was nice,
No, it was
though.
good. It was nice, yeah. We don't dislike filming. Let's make that clear. Welcome back to the Jungle Hour.
Welcome back.
We knew that we're going to have to take time off for the winter break because family and traveling and just having fun. So that's kind of why we did that best of episode last time we've been online. Just to give us an extra week of we're still here, but we weren't. We weren't actually. Yeah. We made a TikTok though, so we did something.
We did.
In person. We made one single TikTok together because we went to the aquarium.
The aquarium.
We did not do edibles.
No.
Actually, I think that's kind of the first thing we want to talk about is Lyn got to take a long trip up to Canada.
Yes.
To see me, and I made sure to do a couple Canadian specific things. Mm-hmm. There's a lot, I'll say this, there's a lot you can do in Toronto that's like Toronto specific. Yeah. I didn't want Lyn to do everything and then she not have a second to sit down. So I made it like the bigger things I knew she wanted to do. Mm-hmm. So the first thing was Ripley's Aquarium. Now, I've been a few times. It hasn't changed a ton, I'll say that. But like for you going for your first time, what is your thoughts on Toronto's Ripley's Aquarium?
I liked it. I will say it was very crowded the day we went.
Oh, yeah.
But it was packed. But it was really cool. I liked how you actually could see like behind the scenes. So they had like the tanks like where they actually filter the water. I thought that was pretty cool. I love like the hands-on things. There was this thing where you're supposed to like touch an eel and like feel the energy. I did not feel it at all.
Yeah, I'm concerned because, okay, what Lyn's talking about is there is this eel tank, and then next to it, it was feel what it's like to get like shocked by an eel or for like an eel to be near you. And it's these two metal sensors, and it's like this super low voltage, and all you do is when you put your fingers on it, it feels like a very like awkward buzzing through your fingers. And I put my fingers on it, and it doesn't hurt. It just makes it feel really awkward. Like if anyone's worked with power tools, like those longer chainsaws that are meant to, or not chainsaws, but like hacksaws, they do this. They're supposed to cut down branches that are relatively small. If you use that long enough, it fighting the tree is just shaking your body like this. And it like, you have to like put it down because your hands are actually hurting. You're not at any point like hitting your hand. It's just the fact that your hand is vibrating. It just really fucks up your nerves. Anyways, it felt like a very low version of that at Ripley's. And then I did it and I was like, nope, I don't like that. Lyn, you have to try it because I wanted her to try everything at Ripley's. Yeah. And she does, and she goes, I don't feel anything.
There's nothing. I didn't feel it.
Do you got something up with your nerve system?
Probably. I can't regulate heat, so...
Oh, that's right.
Nervous system things.
Is that a nervous system thing? Because I always grew up and I was like... I was told that had something to do with your iron deficiency.
Oh, I mean, I guess it can be both.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it could be both.
It might be. Who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, we kind of proved that it's something nerve-related. Because you couldn't shock yourself.
No.
Oh, no, I lied. There was something new when I went with you.
What?
That whole reptile section. That is not something when I was there before.
Yeah, there's like all these reptiles, but they all look the same.
No, they didn't.
Like they were all like variations.
Well, yeah, because I mean, it's a like if I do reptile family tree, I'm not going to screen share for this moment. I just want to do it and just like explain it.
Yeah. Like, I know they're all closely related, but they would have, like, two separate names, but they would look identical. And I was like, what is this?
So, vertebrates branch off and make tetrapods. Those make ammonoots. Those make diapsids. Those make lepidosaurs. I don't know.
I don't know.
Those make squamates. I hope this is legit and I'm not reading some complete bullshit on Google Images. But basically, snakes and lizards are like really close to one another. And
Yeah.
something next to it is called Tuatara. I don't know what that means. I feel like I'm a complete idiot going through this. I don't know anything about reptiles. They
Someone
look
might
different
just
though.
made that up on ChatGPT.
Oh, fuck. I'm an idiot. But it was good.
Yeah, it was good. And then we got to see my favorite animal. Well, one of
Oh,
them.
the
Um,
axolotls.
yeah, the axolotl. So
Mm-hmm.
cute.
And then
I
didn't
love them.
you also wear, what was it? Manta ray or stingray?
Yes, I had stingray earrings. Really
Mm-hmm.
cool.
And then there was one swimming close to us, but I could not get a photo of like your earring with it.
Yeah, and then
Oh, but we buggered off. Yeah,
he was like, I want to go away.
yeah.
This bitch is crazy.
This bitch will not stop showing me her earlobes. I want to get out of here. Yeah. More exciting than Ripley's for Lynn was our trip to Canada's Wonderland,
Yes.
which for those who don't know, that is essentially our version of, would you say Six Flags, or what's like a better comparison for those who don't know Canada?
I would say probably Knott's Berry Farm. Like they're actually under the
Hmm.
same umbrella. I think Six
As
Flags is too, but I could be mistaken.
as in the same company?
Yeah,
That was actually something recent. It's funny you bring that up.
yeah.
I think it's Six Flags parent company and then Wonderland's parent company. They um they
Merge.
agreed on IP. So basically they can use one person's IP and then the other way around.
Nice.
And if I'm remembering correctly, Six Flags has DC licenses. So
Mm-hmm.
like the comic series. So people are thinking that Wonderland's going to overhaul this one section that doesn't really have a theme. It's kind of just stuff. They're going to retheme it to be DC stuff, and that's necessary
Yeah, that'd be cool.
because it's really weird right now. When we were there, all the rides were closed besides like a handful, and even
Mm-hmm.
those you just got frigid cold going on it. Not the best.
No.
And it's like one was like Top Gun, like S, because it was silver and it was themed like it was the one I told you where a guy broke his legs on it.
Oh, yeah, I remember that
Yeah,
one.
yeah. Then there's one near it that's Time Vortex, so it's like Aztec time machine themed. One is just called Sledgehammer, even though it doesn't look like a sledgehammer. Like it's that kind of
Yeah.
stuff where it's like they could make an overall encompassing theme.
Theme.
They just haven't yet.
Interesting.
But yeah. But why was Wonderland so exciting for you, Lynn? What about it made you so excited to go there?
I gotta see my friend.
Who's your
Friends.
friend?
Snoopy and Woodstock.
Your obsession?
Oh my god, yes, I'm obsessed.
Do you still have those little guys? Do you want to show them? Show the
Ye-
audience?
Yeah, I have to go grab them.
I'll fill the space while you walk away.
Alright, alright.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hold on.
hold on. Almost dropped my laptop here.
Oh, another fun fact. Lynn's desk is just deep enough to put a monitor on it, and I've made fun of her for this because she can barely fit her laptop. Meanwhile, my desk is, very, very deep, has a lot of comfortable to it, and it's a proper desk. Meanwhile, Lynn barely can fit all of her stuff. Oh, there's Woodstock and Snoopy.
Hey! This is Es Snoopy and Escape.
S Snoopy. Isn't S Snoopy the Spanish name for it?
Yeah, it's like the Spanish nickname.
Mm-hmm. And they're Canada themed. They got their flannel on, and one has
Yeah.
a little scarf on it. Oh, it
Canada's
says
Wonderland.
Wonderland.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh.
It was actually, they had a lot of stuff for Snoopy, which was nice. Like,
Yeah,
they must have added new stuff because there was a giant amount of Lego options, and not like, it didn't look like third party Lego. It looked like Lego.
legit. Yeah, it was
Mm-hmm.
not Lego, but it was like a third party, but it looked like pretty spot on. I
Mm-hmm.
got the set where it's Snoopy and his typewriter on top of his house and has
Mm,
Woodstock. I still have to build it, but I'm excited.
that's awesome.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah. It was, though, without a doubt, the coldest day
Yeah,
we've been outside.
yes. It's freezing.
And we were not prepared. I'll say
Mm-mm.
that.
No.
Mm-hmm. I gotta say, Wonderland, what are you guys doing with your heated areas and then propping the doors open? That made no sense.
Yeah, there was one point where I waited in the gift shop, like I was looking around, Brayden went to go do something else, and the doors were open, and it was freezing cold in there,
Hmm.
and it's a heated building. Like, shut the doors, guys.
Like it kind of defeats the purpose of saying here's a space to be inside, to take a break from walking around and seeing everything. Like it just didn't make sense. And then at one point we went to like a longer shop that has like candies and a few other things, and
Hmm.
every single door was propped open.
Yeah.
Like wouldn't it be smarter to close those doors?
Like, I understand they're trying to let people in and out, and that might be an easier way, but it's like,
Mhm.
how cold was it? Like 10 degrees, 6
Mhm.
degrees
Oh, lower than
Fahrenheit.
that. Lower than that.
Oof.
Um let me check actually real quick
Yeah, it was
cuz I
cold
can
that
check the
day.
past temperatures. Vaughn temperature January 3rd. It was 0 to -5 degrees.
And that's in Celsius, right?
Oh, sorry, no, we went on Saturday, not Friday.
Oh,
It was -2 Celsius to -7 Celsius.
I don't like that.
Yeah, I think that was the coldest we've ever been outside, and it was very
Yeah.
stupid because I also wore a jacket that's not well insulated, so that sucked.
Ooh, that's 28.4 degrees Celsius. Or, sorry, Fahrenheit.
Hmm. For
That's
for all
cold.
of for all our American fans who
Yeah.
still use that the silly imperial system.
Tisk tisk.
I'll say the only time I understand imperial, and I don't even know if this is imperial per se, but it's when you use inches and feet for construction. That I understand.
Yeah.
Hmm. But aside from that, time in Canada, what'd you think? Because you had a proper winter, I feel.
Yeah. It was pretty cool. I got to try new things like snowball fights. um,
Oh, and the bruise I gave you?
yeah. Yeah. I'm
Oops.
injured. Um, what else? I feel like snow, that was like the main attraction for me. I've never seen snow before, ever.
Oh yeah. That's
Yeah.
that's crazy to me to think that, and it's not just you. Like there's probably millions of people who have never seen snow or
Yeah.
understand like how snow is. Because even weren't you saying snow was falling slower than you expected, or was it falling faster than you expected?
I think it depended on the day because towards the end of the trip when I was about to leave, that's when it like really ramped up in terms of
Mm-hmm.
snow, and that was falling pretty fast.
Yeah,
Like that's
definitely.
what I was expecting.
Mm-hmm.
But early on it was very like slow.
Yeah. I think it's also just like the way it forms
Hmm.
because I've definitely seen snowfall where it's like it's the equivalent of those tiny rounded styrofoam balls
Yeah.
that's like you'd find it in like a beanbag chair.
Hmm.
So make that out of like a snowy ice component and it just
Hmm.
falls to the ground.
Okay.
But then today it was snowing and I
Yeah.
was looking outside my window and it was kind of doing this like dreamy sequence where it was like rolling in the air and like flying up and doing like it looked like the snow was doing cartwheels in the air. It looked really nice.
That's cool.
And then a day or two ago it was like howling wind and all the snow would blow against the ground, and I always thought of it as like a ghost trail because it like
Hmm.
would do these like clear lines as it ran through the ground, and then it would
Yeah.
twirl and then go up and then keep going. It's like, oh,
Ooh. The
mm-hmm.
f the funny the funniest thing for me, is whenever we would see snow on the ground, or if it was like, let's say, like a brick sidewalk or something, and it would get into the cracks, to me it would look like sand.
Oh yeah,
I
because
was like, "Oh,
there's a lot of
wow."
white beaches in or around Florida, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was like, "Oh, man, it's sand," and then it's like, "Just kidding, it's snow."
Hmm. I don't know if this is an everyone Canadian thing or like a kind of Canadian thing, but just looking at snow, I can tell quickly if it's going to be packing snow, ice, or like very powdery and like doesn't stick well. So the second you know what kind of snow it is, oh, I'm about to throw a snowball at this girl.
Yeah, and get
Yeah.
injured.
Hmm. Um, as well on the winter break, I've gained a new fixation. a very, very bad fixation because I cannot stop playing this game. And I tell myself, oh, I'll take a day off. I won't play it today. And then I play it some more. Um,
I have to say, the catchphrases are addicting.
oh, yeah. The voice lines are so entertaining. For our audio only listeners, who we respect, I pulled up Marvel Rivals, the new 6v6 team based game. Kind of like a new Overwatch. I think that's the best comparison. Um, Very fun. It is so entertaining for me. You know what? I feel like our YouTube video is going to get a copyright strike because I pulled up their website, but at this point, I don't care.
I mean,
Um,
we aren't using their audio.
no, but remember what happened with the Shark Tank
Oh,
episode?
yeah.
I just had the video just so I could show like the product, and that got a copyright strike.
Dang.
But for the roster, they got a good amount of guys. Like they have a lot of characters that are either very popular in comics or in film. They have a few that are like not as well known, which is like one of the ones I play is Cloak and Dagger. So much fun. It is so entertaining to play as them. They're like healing or they can do a bit of damage and they can also really mess up the enemy team because one of the attacks is like this like curtain that goes forward and it makes the enemy's audio get reduced and their vision gets really obscure. So it's hard for them to play for a short period of time and they take more damage when they're blinded. So it's like a really, really hard like attack on them.
They're hard to play, Cloak and Dagger.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Lyn was trying it out a little bit, and the hard thing is like, so let's say your dagger, you have your main attack, and then you have two other abilities. These two down here, which is a veil that heals your allies, or an area that you make that's a healing space. But there's a different button that switches you to cloak, and he has three different abilities. So if you want to use one person's ability, you need to switch them and remember which command it is. But they're fun.
Yeah.
Who was the one you were trying out, or you said you might learn? Wasn't it Scarlet Witch?
Yeah, but I can't use Scarlet Witch.
Why not?
I hate that one catchphrase she has. Chaos!
Oh, her
Like, I
her
want
her
to,
final.
yeah, I want to like strangle her or like at least pull my hair out every single time I hear it.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like a cow dying.
My least favorite one for her is she has one ability where she vanishes. Oh, that's not correct. That's literally Dark Child. That's really weird. Anyways, one ability, it's Mystic Projection, where she phases and she's able to fly. And the only way to know where she is this little red ball of energy that you follow around.
That's
But
crazy.
she deals a ton of damage really quickly, and she doesn't need to like target you. Her ability is better than Cloak's, where it's like if you lock on them and you have enough range, you can hold on to them. But for her, it's a lot longer range. And let's say you go around a corner and there's a wall blocking the path, she'll still deal damage to you because she locked onto you.
That's insane.
But the thing I hate is when she disappears and she goes, "Be right back." It's like, bitch, get your
Ew.
bitch ass back now and have a fight with me.
Be right
Now.
back. What's your favorite like catchphrase from the game?
The moon
Ooh.
haunts you.
That's so good. Moon Knight has like the best ones. That gets stuck in my head all the time. I like the one that goes, "Let me rest."
Oh, but what about at least I didn't wake
You
up in
wake
the
up in the
crazy
crazy
house
house
again.
again. Ah, that's a classic.
That's my favorite, I'll be honest.
Honestly, the best
He's got good
catchphrases.
abilities, but what sucks is people know how good he can be, so some teams will just target you the second you appear. So it's
Yeah.
really hard. Good amount of movement, good amount of abilities. I want to learn more of the strategists though, which are like the support characters, the healing
hmm
characters, that kind of stuff. I want to try Luna Snow. She is damn hard to play. You need to have
Really?
really good accuracy for her. Yeah.
Oh.
Loki's fun. I'm starting to learn. I wanted to play
Jeff.
Jeff when I first heard about this game, and I want to actually learn him. I feel like you could play Jeff.
He's so cute.
His powers are one trigger is just a constant like stream of water, and
Mhm.
anyone that it touches that's an ally gets healed, and it's
Yeah.
pretty quick at healing as well. Um, or he can do like a spit of water, and that's his attack on enemies.
Ooh.
And then his other two abilities are bubbles that he puts down that heals you for a little period of time and gives you a speed boost. And then
Yeah.
the other one is he'll swim, so you'll jump in the ground and only your fins visible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you heal while you're underground. So it's a good way to run away if you're getting like attacked.
Is that the one
And
where he... Sorry. I was gonna say, is that the one where he goes na 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 na?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's
Dana.
cute.
He does his impression of
Jaws.
Jaws, yeah. I don't know what his passive is. Reduced damage taken from critical hits. Oh, that's cute. Oh, he
Obliv-
only takes half the damage. That's cute.
Oblivious cuteness.
And then his final attack is he literally just swallows anyone in a radius,
Mm-hmm.
and then it doesn't matter if it's allies or enemies. That's the crazy part. So he can just swallow all other 11 players.
Yeah.
And what you mainly want to do is spit out your allies immediately just so that they can get back on track. And then you spit out the enemy team off a ledge. Or if you know they have guys that can fly, you just suicide dive down.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
It's
you'd
crazy.
love his character.
He's so cute.
Mm-hmm. And then they're adding the Fantastic Four right now. Very excited for that. But yeah, they have a lot of characters. I think it's like in the 40s. Oh, she's fucking annoying to play against. Psylocke.
Really?
If you come against someone that knows how to play Psylocke, you're doomed. And then
Oof.
I passed by her. Magic as well as a menace if you know how to play her. Mm-hmm. But overall, great game. I'm still addicted to it. I'm gonna keep playing it no matter what.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I think right now it's got like 400,000 people playing on average, like daily kind of thing. I
Mm-hmm.
think their peak was 480.
That seems like super low.
No, that is high.
I thought it would be like in the millions. Or
Um,
like 1 million.
Marvel Rivals Steam. Oh, well, it's only Steam. That's the thing. You're only
Oh,
viewing those kind of stats.
yeah.
Oh, it actually got bigger. Oh, it must have been when season 1 came out. So right now it says on Steam there's 385 players. In the last 24 hours, the peak was 438,000 and the all-time peak was 644,000.
It's impressive.
It's really good. And the nice thing is, I thought it was going to be a game you have to pay for and then pay for skins and emotes and that
Mhm.
stuff, but it's free to play and then you pay for skins if you want it.
Yeah.
So much fun. So
That's
addicting.
nice.
I'll shut up. I talked about this for too long.
Yapper.
I mean, that's what this podcast is for.
Exactly.
It's a way to vent out the yapping.
I yapped about Snoopy, so we're even.
We're good now. We have 3 shows we wanted to talk about.
Oh my god, yes.
Okay, what is it? So we finished, I think, all 3 shows before you left. So
Yeah.
over the span of 3 weeks, we did 3 different shows.
Yeah.
Damn, we need a hobby.
Yeah. We
Oh,
need a
this.
life. Oh, yeah.
So we watched some South Korean shows and Japanese show, all live action. So we watched Squid Game season 2, The 8 Show, and Alice in Borderland. Spoiler alert for all 3 of these shows. I will say it right now. Skip ahead, I don't know, to the next timestamp if you're on YouTube.
Spoiler.
If you're on Spotify or something, good luck trying to find the right timestamp because I don't know how to say that stuff. But anyways, season 2, holy fuck, of Squid Games.
It's intense.
The fact that 456 doesn't realize the front man was number 1 That's a crazy thing. I was like, how does he not realize that kind of thing?
He didn't see his face though in season 1, did he?
No, he didn't. And I swear he did. But then I rewatched the episode and no, he didn't.
Yeah.
But it's also just like, it's really cool to see things like the captain that saved, I think it was Jung Ho, I think his name is, the police captain,
Hmm.
is actually working for whatever this, organization is that makes the Squid Games.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. Let me give you a chance. What do you think of season 2?
I liked it.
Mhm.
It was really good.
Mhm.
I really enjoyed how they did the backstory for like the first episode or so. So
Mhm.
kind of like setting up like this is where we're at since the last season.
Mhm.
I thought the games were really interesting.
Mhm. I like that it's not the
Yeah.
same games.
Yeah.
Besides red light, green light, but I think that one was so classic. It's like I think every game should start like that.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it as well, it's a way to really see who's paying attention and who's just going to be panicky in this like
Hmm.
hypothetical situation.
Yeah.
And then every game after that is set up a certain way. Like this one, for example, it's a way that if one person messes up, 5 people are gone from the games.
Hmm.
And then the merry-go-round, it was designed that only 100 people would end the games
Yeah.
because there's 50 rooms and they said 2 people.
It's kind of like musical chairs,
Yeah,
but you
yeah.
die.
But you die. This was really cool to see too, like popular South Korean games. I
Hmm.
think this one's called Gongi, the 5 like little beads almost.
Yeah, I want to try
It
that one.
it's really cool. It's so I think it's like you hold one, you throw it, grab one, and then you do that for 2, 3, and then for 4 you throw in the air, put 4 down, and then repeat that, and then
Hmm.
it's 5, 5.
Yeah.
So cool.
It's got to take a lot of skill.
Hmm. Uh, I cannot stand her for the
She's
life of me.
annoying.
The like psychic or like Buddhist or whatever she's supposed to be. Just
She's
look at her
annoying.
too. I don't think this photo is edited. I think this is literally just her smile. Fucking bitch. God.
So annoying.
I feel so bad though that we're also learning who the guards are.
Yeah.
So it is interesting though that the players represent people with no choice and they're in debt, and the guards are people that need money and will be kind of like ethically gray or morally gray with their
Hmm.
choices because they are doing something sick, like they are killing people for the sake
Yeah.
of this entertainment or game or whatever. Like it's also scary that I think it's guard 11, the girl,
Hmm.
she knows 246, so she's just hoping like he doesn't die.
Yeah.
Mhm. But I think in that final standoff, like when they got the guns and all that stuff.
Hmm.
So I don't think it was shown, but I think the guard that shot 246 is guard 11, and she is going to take him like around a corner to a door where he can hide and like try to save his life because she had to shoot him, but I bet she shot him somewhere that wasn't vital.
Yeah. That's a
Mhm.
good theory. I'm trying to remember. Is this the season that had like that weird party with all the rich people, or was that season 1?
Well, that was season 1. We
Season
haven't
1.
gone to that part yet where there are like VIPs.
Yeah.
But someone's making like I've seen comments about this online where it's they don't show the VIPs, but at one scene when they're talking about them, they look at the
Mhm.
cameras and they're looking at us because we're the VIPs and we're coming back to rewatch them. It's like,
Oh,
okay,
that's
maybe that's the metaphor,
crazy.
but I think it'd make more sense that we literally just see the VIPs and they're acknowledging that there are cameras watching them.
Yeah.
Like
I
that could
just
just be it.
realized we not only watched 3 series, we watched 2 seasons of Squid Game.
Oh yeah,
That's
because
why I was
we rewatched season 1.
Yeah, that's why I was getting mixed up. I was like, "Wait, what?" We watched season 2 first and then
Mm-hmm.
season 1.
Yeah, we wanted to remember like what happened exactly.
Yeah. Because I kept saying, "Oh, I don't remember this. Who is this person?" And I
Mhm,
swear I watched season one. I just had no clue what was
mhm.
going on.
Well, it's also things like there was changes in attitude or character. So it's like
Yeah.
the um the loner
Hmm.
who gave Sung, I think it's Sung Ji Han. I think that's his name. Let me make sure so I don't mispronounce it. Main character Sung Ji
Yeah.
Han. I think that, yeah, that's how you should pronounce
Yeah.
it. Um, the guy he owed money to is now working for him in season two, and he also makes a comment on if it wasn't for Gihon, we wouldn't have money to like live and do our job.
Hmm.
So I think that's also a fun way of showing like they still respect one another, even though at one point in time it was like I'm up here because you owe me money, and you're down here because you're in debt.
Yeah.
Kind of scary, but great show.
That's so good.
Mm-hmm. And then uh, Lynn and I both got TikToks about this, and it was like shows if you enjoy Squid Games.
Hmm.
Um, and one of them I didn't hear about, but I think I saw a clip or two before we both agreed like let's watch this. Was the Eight Show?
Yeah.
Now, in your opinion, which do you like more?
I have to say, probably Squid Game, but
Mm-hmm.
the 8 show was very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was definitely worth the watch.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like in some ways it's more messed up than
Oh
Squid
yeah,
Game.
yeah. I think Squid Games is trying to show like everyone has a fair chance at life in this one instance, but you'll need to end up fighting one another, because in
Yeah.
some instances like the 6 leg race, you're
Hmm.
working as a team. In tug of war, you're working as a team against another team.
Yeah.
And then in the merry-go-round, you have like these groups of people like, oh, these five and oh, these two are all going to collaborate. But then in that moment it's like, remember when it was 4 people and they ditched the Buddhists? They're just like, fuck you.
Yeah.
That was so good. I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
But then she lived. Damn it.
Ugh.
Also, the hypocrisy of her saying, um, God or someone or Buddhist will, I forget who she said, but she's like some higher power determines when we all die.
Oh,
But then
yeah.
she goes on and says, I put a curse on your whole family to die. And it's like, so you don't believe in the first thing you said, you fucking faker?
She's so annoying.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to give the premise of the Eight Show? Like, how would you like explain how it begins?
Yeah, so for the H show, everyone is given like this random like text they receive, and it's like you're like actively making money right now, or you can like make even more money if you go to this location, and then
Mm-hmm.
like a limo picks them up. And when they arrive, they're in this theater, and in the theater there's a table that has 8 envelopes. And in the envelopes, is it already numbered or do they have to open it to see the
It's
number?
numbered, so it's
It's
like one,
numbered?
two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So then they have to pick it, and once they pick it, it determines where they live. So there's 8 floors, 8 rooms. One is the worst room, super small.
Mm-hmm.
8 is the best, like a huge condo, I would say.
Yeah.
And then it also determines how much money you make.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever you buy in your room can't come out of the room, but
Mm-hmm.
whatever you buy in the common area can go back to your room.
Mm-hmm. But how are things priced? Because that's the kicker.
Yeah. So things are priced if you can order things from your room. It's like what was it? Times 100?
Mm-hmm.
It was like 100 times the cost. And then if you're ordering from the main room, which anyone can order from, it takes away your time. And
Mm-hmm.
so the goal is to be in there to make kind of what the money you would like to make back or like
Mm-hmm.
make in general.
Mm-hmm.
But in order to get more time, you have to keep everyone entertained. And by everyone, the audience that's watching via cameras.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's kind of interesting because I think the first episode, no, the second episode,
Hmm.
we're kind of given this notion that running up and down the stairs gives them more time. but then
Yeah.
after a few days they notice they're not getting as much time, and then someone does something drastic and they realize it's not the stairs, it's entertainment.
Hmm.
So that's when they really realize they're not just, you know, like doing things for money that like they're doing weird things to make a lot of money. It's
Yeah.
that they're entertaining people to earn money.
Hmm.
And it's a little sadistic though, because it's things like, so like Lynn said, first floor, shitty, eighth floor, grand. Floors one, two, and three, they don't make a great amount, but they make more than they would in the real world
Hmm.
on an hourly basis. So like in Canadian dollars, um, we're following the third floor guy. That's who we're introduced to. And he
Hmm.
makes, I think it's 30, 60, 120, 180. He makes $1,800 an hour.
Yeah.
But then because everything costs 100 times, in reality, he's making $18 an hour. That's if he spends money though.
Hmm.
But it's really cool because it kind of shows that um essentially, because there's 8 floors, what they established is that 1, 2, and 3 are lower class, 4 and 5 middle class, because they also have like a moderate size room. But then 6, 7, and 8, these guys have like a penthouse or a grand penthouse. Like it is
Yeah.
it is so much wider, there's so much space. And it's also, they're making increments of the Fibonacci spiral. So the first guy
Hmm.
makes 10,000, next person makes 20, and then it's 30, 50, 80, 130, 220, and then 330 or 340. Forget the exact numbers. It's something like that.
Yeah.
So basically, it's also like, because they're making so much more money, they now have this privilege to themselves. Like floor 8 is this bitch. Like
Yeah.
I cannot stand. So in this photo, uh, audio listeners, sorry, everyone's wearing the clothes they were given by these producers. I would call them,
Hmm.
and they all say 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. But then the girl from the 8th floor, she bought like a proper like dress, like a sexy, like a fun outfit.
Yeah. She bought all these clothes with
Mm-hmm.
the group funds from the time. And
Mm-hmm.
because she bought it out there, she can take them back up to her room. So as the show progresses, we get to go into her room like multiple times. She has like a bathtub, she
Yeah.
has like a bed, she
Mm-hmm.
has, even at one point, she gets a dog,
Oh, Coco.
Coco.
Yeah, so this is her apartment. And then the other thing that kind of represented how good of a status they're at was every room had less windows. So I think the next room they would have eliminated the outer windows. The 6th floor would have only had this, and then fifth was smaller. The third floor literally only had 3 windows,
Hmm.
second floor, and then first floor. But as well, these are digital screens. They're not actually like outside. So they also show like for her, she's like on top of the world. She can see like the skyline. You go to the first floor, he's at ground level. So they
Yeah.
show him in like the slumps.
Hmm.
It's kind of sad.
It is.
Hmm. I don't know if you noticed this, Lynn, but what they were kind of, I think what they were representing was, because 1 through 3 were together and then 8 through 6 were together, the only things floors 4 and 5 did was they sided with the group that was dominant in power.
Hmm. Yeah.
Because one big issue was floor 8 had control of the food and water. So if she was upset with what everyone else agreed with, she could just starve them to death,
Hmm.
because she could lock the door behind her, have all the food and water to herself, make way more money than them, and not give a shit.
Yeah. Because there's like a conveyor system,
Mm-hmm.
like almost like an elevator. So because the food would get delivered to her, at the beginning they didn't know how it worked. So she actually like ate all of the food, but just bites and would
Mm-hmm.
toss the rest.
Mm-hmm.
And then she drank all the water too. No, she used it for her bath.
Yeah, she bought a bath. Oh no, I think her room came with a bathtub.
Oh, okay.
I think she bought, though, like she bought a bed, like you said. In
Yeah.
this photo, she has a desk. And then, yeah, like you said, we keep going back to her room. It's like she got more wall art. She got
Yeah.
curtains. Like because it doesn't matter to her, but to everyone else, it's like if they spend any money, they're suddenly 500,000 won back, whereas they could have been making that in the span of like a day or two.
Hmm.
And like their goal, I think the lowest goal for floor one was he wanted 1 billion won, so about a million Canadian, um, which like to them is like that is a lot of money, which is what they wanted.
Hmm.
But then if you compare that to floor eight, I think she was in like the double digit billions. Like it was
Yeah,
ridiculous. I I don't want to spoil anything else for it, but I'll just say
it's
it
worth the
be
watch.
it's worth the watch, and it also becomes like almost sadistic because like what floor eight does, it's
Yeah,
insane. It's unbelievable.
yeah.
I think last thing we'll talk about is um Alice in Borderland.
Hmm.
Um we're gonna spoil it because Lynn finally finished the show and she was so confused by
Yes.
the ending. Basically, it's a point. It's a space where people in like a great tragedy where they're in between life and death. They're taken to this world to like essentially extend their life by competing in these games that are either based on your heart and like tugging at your heartstrings or like making you psychologically debate what to do, physical challenges, group challenges, or mental challenges. So that's also why it's called Borderland. It's the border between the life and death. And it's all based off playing cards. So if you played a game that was a three of any suit, you get 3 days to live until you have to play again. And if you don't play, there's like lasers that come from the air and kill you. I think you muted yourself.
Sorry. Yeah,
There
they
we
just
go.
appear. Poof.
Poof. It is like a very interesting game. I think a fun thing to do because when I pulled this up, I noticed people did like charts. I think we should do one like survivability of these games based off
Yeah,
us.
that'd be
But
fun.
it is really cool. It a few of them really make you think about like the value of life. Like the Ten of Hearts, the witch hunt. You saw like the military guys, they went mad and they just started shooting people.
Yeah.
Like that's terrifying.
It was definitely a mixture of people. Like, some people wanted to help others, some wanted to put others in front of them so they would get killed
Mm-hmm.
first.
Yeah.
It was just an interesting show,
Mm-hmm.
interesting dynamics.
Mm-hmm. Like to open the show, it's the main character Arisu and then his two friends, and then they come to the first game and they're met by this girl, and then there's a like a schoolgirl behind them, and basically she's been here a little bit longer than them because there's also this weird time dilation thing. So because she was closer to where the tragedy happened, she was knocked unconscious first, but that for her was like a couple extra days, but then in reality it's been like maybe seconds or maybe a minute.
Hmm.
um she knows this is life and death, so she lets the schoolgirl run off into the wrong room because it's literally two doors. It's either the right or the wrong one, but you don't know which is which, and she just lets her die.
Yeah.
She refuses to go and she just wants to sacrifice the other ones. So she's very self-centered. She's like, I want to survive, I don't care about anyone else. But then like the main character and then the love interest, they care about one another, but they also care about like the people with them. Like they
Hmm.
have their extended friends and group. It's crazy though, because it's also some games are like you'll die instantly, and that's like a
Yeah.
nice thing. And then there's other ones like King of Diamonds, where it's a mental game, and if you get 10 questions wrong or like ten rounds of the game wrong,
Hmm.
you die by sulfuric acid being poured on you.
Yeah.
That cannot be good.
It's horrifying.
Mm-hmm.
But one like what was it? The solitary confinement, you have like a collar around your neck and it just instantly blows you
Oh,
up.
yeah. At least that's a quick one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I think the first one we watched was that like thug. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The one who was like
Yeah.
beating the younger guy. He was like,
Oh, yeah.
tell me my suit." Basically, that game, everyone had a collar on, and on the back of their neck had a digital thing that changed between all 4 suits of cards. And every round, you have to know what it is, go into the cell of a jail, say what it is out loud, and if you get it right, you live. If you get it
Yeah.
wrong, boom.
Poof.
And the challenge to it is there's no reflective surfaces, and you can't turn the collar around.
Mhm.
So you're relying on others to tell you what your suit is. And it very quickly turns into like everyone trusts one another, it's fine. But the way to end the game is the Jack of Hearts. So like a real person is amongst your group.
Mhm.
Unless they die, you just play infinitely. There's no time limit to the game. So then it becomes, how do you know who to trust and how do you know who not to trust?
Yeah. And then people start lying.
Mm-hmm.
I have this, you have that,
Mm-hmm.
just to get the wrong person out.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of scary though. One
Mhm.
thing Lyn and I said was like, how did no one come to this game with a friend? Because it seemed
Yeah.
like everyone there met one another for the first time.
Yeah.
But it's like, let's say in our situation, you and I were there, Lyn. For
Mhm.
no reason would we have to lie. So we
Yeah.
would just we'd stick to ourselves.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry to say that, but like in this situation, it's like we will trust one another and we will help who we can. But if we suspect someone, it's kind of like, well, it's either being in solitary confinement
Yeah.
or it's getting out and surviving and moving on to the next round.
Right.
Scary stuff.
Yeah. These games make you think.
Mm-hmm.
Make you think.
They make you think. I think next for the docket,
Is it
because
time?
we post about on it. Oh no, not that
Oh,
yet.
okay.
I know. I want to talk about it too. I want to do
All
Reddit
right. All
Roundup.
right.
First Reddit Roundup of the year will be
Whoop,
after
whoop.
this. So we did a little bingo card on Instagram. It was kind of like
Mhm.
Lyn came up with 24 ideas. I came up with 24 ideas for things in the news we believe will happen in 2025.
Yeah.
And then from our 24 each, we went back and forth and we added one to this bingo card. So it's like equal parts her ideas, equal parts my idea. We had no overlap.
Mm-mm.
I'm surprised we didn't say something that was the same.
I know. That was really surprising.
Mm-hmm. So just to talk about it because it was on Instagram, but now it's gone because I think it
Poof.
expired. Poof. Here it is. I think we'll cover a couple, just like why we came up with it.
Mhm.
What's the first one you wanna address and like why you came up with it?
Um, let's see. Trying to remember which one I had.
You had I think these 3. I already know that off the top of the head.
Oh yeah. I did say Ariana Grande pregnancy with Ethan Slater.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just feel like that's the most likely thing to happen next. That or a ring.
Which do you think would come first?
I feel like the baby would come and then he would propose because he's like, "Oh shit, I got her pregnant."
Damn. I think the one I came up with that I want to say first. Actually, no, I want to say something else first because it's
Okay.
something I'd love. A new tropical Dr. Pepper flavor. Pretty please.
Yes, please.
They're making or they made black cherry already. Can you correct me?
Blackberry, and it's
Blackberry.
supposed to come out this year, but I haven't seen it yet. It's going to be a
Damn.
new permanent flavor.
Oh, it's not like limited edition?
No, it's going to be permanent.
I want to try that.
I'm excited. I can't wait.
I can just imagine blackberry already has like a very dark and rich flavor, and then
Yeah,
with Dr. Pepper, that'd be good.
that'd be so good.
What else do you have that you wanted to talk about?
I did bird flu pandemic.
Isn't that also like I feel like we should cross this off because didn't some states
Yeah,
have an emergency?
some states declared it a state of emergency, but it hasn't been like a full thing yet, but I don't know. I know cases are ramping up.
Yeah, we'll hold off on that until we see like
Yeah.
a big news article.
Yeah.
When we see it on TikTok, that's how we know it's legit. Tom Holland gets engaged. I think that happened like the second day of January, and we're like,
Yeah,
cool, cross that off.
love that.
Mm-hmm. We made sure to make this accurate, so we did it literally the evening or afternoon of December 31st.
Yeah,
So none of this could have like been predicted in advance.
yeah.
I think there's going to be a massive ban for people using mods on Marvel Rivals, because the game is PC and console. There's a lot of people putting in mods that are like inappropriate skins for the female characters. There's one for Venom that is, whoa.
Ooh.
I don't think I told you about that one, did I?
No, no, send it to me.
No, it's 19 inches of Venom. Yeah, you
19?
see, yeah, 19. Well, okay, so the joke for that came from when the second Spider-Man game came out on
Yeah.
PS5. There was this like box set that you could get with a figurine of the Venom from Spider-Man 2, and the marketing was get 19 inches of Venom. And people were like, a whole 19? So now
Ooh.
that's something for fucking Marvel Rivals, unfortunately. I have
Oh
not
my
come
god.
across that. I don't know how mods work. I don't know if it's like you need the mod to see it,
Yeah.
but I can imagine like the producer of the game, they're going to be like, nope, nope,
No.
inappropriate. Bye-bye.
No.
What's another one you had? I think actually
Um,
this was you, wasn't it?
yeah. I
That
just
one?
think that's gonna flop. But the
Snow
one I
White live
wanna
action.
yeah, the one I
Mm-hmm.
wanna say though, the one I wanna talk about, Sabrina Carpenter casted for live action Polly Pocket movie.
That'd be fun. I can
I
see
would
her
love
doing well
that.
for that.
Should be so cute. I just hope they make like the clothes look edible. Like
What do
as
you
a
mean by
kid,
edible?
I used to love putting Polly Pocket clothes in my mouth and chew them. They're just
I,
so good.
I don't know what to say to that.
I'm sorry.
It's just some okay, it's in the podcast. This would make a great clip. Anyways. Well, to that is Barbie's sequel teaser announcement.
Yeah.
That's potential.
I kind of hope they don't do that.
I can see them doing it for greed because the whole joke of it is like they make fun of like, you know,
Men.
they're well, men and that stuff. They could make a Barbie sequel that's a Ken spinoff. Come on. You know guys would find that so entertaining. I'd find that
You
entertaining.
know? I know. I
To
would
see
too.
Ryan Gosling being cheesy as fuck and all the other Kens being cheesy as well, that'd be so good.
Oh my god, I would love that. Or I would love it as a show, I think. A movie would be too much, but like maybe like a 7 episode show or something, like Ken and the Mojo Dojo Casa House. And then it could be filmed like Real Housewives.
Mm. Oh, so it's like satire? It's like very like over the top?
Yeah. You know, like whenever there's like a not a sitcom, but a show like Real Housewives where they cut like where it's just the one-on-one where they're like doing the tell-all. They're like, "Well, I think Ken is a bitch."
Mm-hmm.
I
I
think that
think
would be
Surfing Ken's
hilarious.
annoying because he doesn't like my groovy grilling skills.
Yeah, that
Groovy
would be
grilling Ken is
hilarious.
so annoying.
Yes.
Yeah. What's one more you want to talk about? Because I do want to have time for Reddit Roundup. So let's talk about one more good one from this board.
I don't know. You choose.
All
I
right.
did too.
Um, New store. Oh, the new store concept for Walmart with only AI. I can see them doing that and then
Oh
immediately
yeah.
getting robbed.
I want
Which,
to say like Amazon did something like that.
yeah, but then they were found out that they were using cameras
Oh
with
yeah.
with people.
Yep.
So it wasn't actually AI. It was
Damn.
human ran. Kind of stupid. Kind of stupid of
Hmm.
them. But they did that to themselves.
Womp womp.
Womp womp womp. Alrighty. It's your segment, Lindsay.
It's time. All right, so we're gonna do Reddit Roundup. So for our first Reddit Roundup today, we have something that I would hate to clean. This is going to be a staircase, but it's also a fish tank.
How the fuck? Where do you put the food? Where's the opening?
Where is the enrichment?
What do you mean the enrichment? What for the the
The
bubbler?
fish. Yeah, no, for the fish. That looks boring.
Yeah, this is so dimly lit.
Yeah. Can you imagine if you like stepped on the stairs and like it broke?
Big back alert. Holy shit, this is bad though.
Yeah.
It's also sad that there's no gravel, no sand, no pebble stone. It's
Yeah.
like this small piece of kelp, this kind of bigger piece of kelp, and that's it.
Where's the enrichment? Where's the fun? Also, how are those other fish getting all the way up there? Wait, do you see that at the very top of the stairs?
Okay, these kind of no, those also don't make sense.
Yeah,
This makes
wait.
less sense.
I feel like
I'm
this is fake.
Oh, do you think? Well, hold on. It's weird because there's this line. Did you get a bad?
I
Is this
don't know.
fake?
I don't know. Now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, that seems fake, but also seems like something a super rich person would have. Oh,
This looks fake to me. AI nonsense. Oops, the handrail goes behind the bracket.
dang.
You fell for it. This looks like a video. This looks like a video though. This looks like a guy who's walking down a staircase.
Yeah,
That's the
that's why I
weird
was
part.
like, it's like a screenshot from a video. So I was like, oh, okay. But I
Uh,
would hate to clean that.
what else is on this that we hate to clean? Oh,
Paris catacombs.
do people clean the catacombs? I'd assume it's like sacred ground.
That's a good question.
Ugh.
Ugh. You need
As
one of
someone
those.
who's worked as someone who's worked at a restaurant, I know any kind of tile like this would be complete shit.
Yeah, you need one of those grout pens.
Oh no.
I
It's a
don't
bunch
like
of wood
this.
slats, so there's a bunch of cuts for like moisture to build up or dust to collect.
Ugh.
Oh, there's one I saw where it was like a toilet cover for the like the donut part of a toilet.
Yeah,
It was like a felt fabric like this.
that's
Can you imagine
disgusting.
missing pissing with the seat down and just whoa. Oh, it's a bunch of
Whoa.
dollar bills.
Bro, I'd take them, stuff them in my bra.
What else? What else do we have for the docket? What else is on our Reddit roundup?
Ooh, that's a good question. Let me see what we have. Snowing in Florida right now.
It's
So
like you're back in Canada.
I know, no, I know.
What?
So it's snowing in like northern Florida right now, like where the Panhandle is, and this like hasn't happened in like years. Like I think this is like record snowfall,
Wow.
and it's even snowing on the beach. There was like a video on Twitter I saw, and it was dead ass snowing on the beach.
Are you guys like Texas where you have no infrastructure for the winter? Or do you guys have something to handle this shit?
I would feel like North Florida is like more equipped for it,
Mm-hmm.
but I still follow my university on Instagram, and I keep in mind I never set foot up there, but besides graduation, but they actually canceled class I think for 2 days because of the snow. Like it's unheard of.
Wow.
Like it's not common. And even when I was living at Flamingo for the college program and it would get like super cold in the winter, there's really no insulation because it's always
Mm.
so hot. So there's really
Yeah.
no need for insulation.
Yikes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this literally looks like how it was snowing today. Same amount of
hmm
snow as well. That's crazy.
I feel like there's more snow on the ground there than like the beginning half of my trip in Canada.
Yeah, you had a weird start. I'm sorry about that.
It's okay. No, it's okay.
I'll be honest, it's been like several years since I had a white Christmas, and this was the first time I had a white Christmas. It was kind of nice.
Yeah.
But it's just like, where the fuck is the snow?
Yeah. Where is it?
All right, next on the docket.
All right.
What
Well,
is this abomination?
I saw it and I thought of you because I knew you would have something to say.
Oh, I got several
Uh,
things to say.
so this is poutine at a Canadian restaurant in Germany. First of all, what is a Canadian restaurant in Germany?
I imagine that would just be like British food where it's like a pub. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like it would just have pub food.
Are
This is
those cute?
not poutine. Let me say that right now.
Are those
You need
cucumbers?
proper fries. These are like, no, these are like half cut potatoes. These are not fries. You have tomato. This looks like grape or
I
a
thought it was
green tomato for
cucumber.
some reason. This looks like onion. I think parsley,
Cilantro.
cilantro. There's something, the different type of fry, a proper fry. There's no gravy and no cheese curds. The
Yeah,
fuck are
what
you
is
doing,
that?
Germany?
Curious what else is on the menu for a Canadian restaurant. Coleslaw, steak, and coffee with Canadian whiskey.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but what does their coleslaw look like? Watch
I
that
think
just
it
be sauerkraut.
I think it's in the back of the photo.
That does not look like coleslaw, if that is coleslaw.
Looks like a salad or something.
I
Ugh.
have a friend from Germany, and when I went to the Epcot Pavilion, I got bratwurst and sauerkraut
Mhm.
because she was like, "Get it, because I'm German and it'd be fun." And then I also got, I think, a peach beer from
Ooh.
Germany. It was delicious. I'll say
That
that.
sounds good.
The sauerkraut was beyond disgusting. I forget what it was. I said some taste description of it, and she goes, "Oh, that's bad sauerkraut. If you come to Germany, you'll have proper sauerkraut." I'm like, "Well, what's proper sauerkraut?" Because I've had
Yeah.
sauerkraut before, and it tastes the same as what I just had. She was
I
like,
feel
"Well,
like
you Canadians don't know what you're doing." It's like, I'm not in Canada. I'm in the U.S.
I feel like it's an acquired taste.
Definitely, it's not as acquired as like Vegemite, but it's still acquired.
I've never tried Vegemite, but I've heard you either love it or you hate it.
I don't like it.
Damn.
I don't know what it's supposed to taste like if you like it.
I don't know. See, I love cilantro. I don't have the soap gene, but I know some people do.
That's an interesting one. That's a very unique gene to have.
Yeah.
Umami rich spread.
Sometimes described
Meaty.
as meaty.
That is not how I thought Vegemite would taste like. Because Vegemite looks like almost Nutella paste.
Yeah. Did you have a lot of it though when you tried
Oh
it?
no. I did a very thin spread on a piece of toast with butter. Because I think I talked to like the grocery store clerk when I was there who wasn't like a local.
Yeah.
And he said, like, since it's your first time, here's how I recommend you try it. And then like at one point we had a tour guide and he said the
Uh-huh.
same thing. And I was just like, "Mm, no thanks."
See, I would have just tried a little taste instead of the whole thing on the
Oh, I
bread.
didn't eat I didn't eat the whole piece of bread.
Oh, okay.
I took a bite.
Oh,
And that
okay.
one bite was enough for me to say, no thanks.
Ugh.
Thankfully I bought a small container, so it wasn't big waste.
Yeah.
Last Reddit roundup, and we're just over an hour, so we're doing good on time.
Whoop whoop.
What do we have for us?
Chocolate peanut butter protein powder explosion.
Huh?
So so I've always liked this chocolate version. So when I saw this, I thought I'd give it a try. It tastes good with no chemical or artificial flavors, but doesn't fully dissolve. Oh yeah, and the worst part was confirmed after the same thing happened twice where I drank it, and an hour or so later my gut loudly gargled, followed by abdominal pain and extreme sensation to fart. But luckily both the gargled noises tipped me off to intense diarrhea that would follow, and I made it both times before it escaped. So, unless you need your colon cleansed, I would not recommend this at all. I'm debating on keeping it for a fast acting constipation remedy because I mean it can transform your daily bowel movement until, well, ironically, the same image that appears on the front label. LOL.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
I have a confession.
What?
I actually just bought this from Aldi a few days ago, and today I actually had it because I bought two kinds. I bought this kind and a oatmeal cookie one, and I've
No.
tried this one, and I was fine.
So it must be just this person.
It must be this guy, yeah.
But what if, it'd be funny? It'd be funny if
What?
this guy was like, like super lactose intolerant, and he was mixing this into milk, and he's like, I don't know why I shit myself when I have whey protein. It's like, might be because the other half.
The milk. I mix mine with water and ice. It has to have a lot of ice or I won't have it.
Oh, here's something. Does it
Yeah.
contain xylitol or erythritol? That would explain the intestinal reaction for a lot of people. For a lot of people, so that's not everyone. So
Yeah.
it could be like the soap gene, like you said, where it's like some
Mhm.
people's bodies negatively react to this chemical.
Yeah.
But I don't see either. It also listed as 0 grams of fiber.
It's crazy. I wonder if like more people were having like issues though with the protein.
Yeah, now I'm curious. Did anyone else? Hmm. I have this reaction to most whey protein powder. I usually tolerate milk products, but I think the protein powder is just too much. Try some vegan blends. Oh, so it must be a whey thing. That must be
Yeah.
it. But you're fine.
Yeah. I'm
Well, that's
fine.
good.
And I've only tried like whey protein.
Hmm. What's whey again? Is that like a wheat?
I have no clue. I just like don't get enough protein, so I have to buy protein powder.
Whey is a liquid remaining after milk has been curdled and strained. It is a byproduct of the manufacturing of cheese. Oh, so it is a so whey is a dairy.
Why does it look like pee in that
Does your pee?
Wikipedia?
Okay, we're gonna go a little
No, no, it's
TLDR for
not
the
cloudy, but
yeah. If your pee look like this, call a doctor.
it looks like Gatorade.
Yeah. Don't say pee and Gatorade. I don't want those thoughts back to back.
Sorry.
That's not what I need in my head.
Sorry.
Ugh. What a
Man,
good
I
way to
miss this.
what a good way to end the first episode of 2025 talking about pea Gatorade and whey protein.
Peterade.
Peterade. Quench your thirst. What was the thing we were saying today?
What?
When we
Oh,
were going back and forth, I don't know what it was. One of us, everyone said awesome sauce at least once in their life or heard it.
yeah.
And then it went epic juice, spectacular refreshment, amazing zest. That kind of works.
Yeah.
Impeccable quencher, incredible thirst. And then we gave up.
Yeah. It was too early in the morning to think.
Yeah. Busy day as well for both of us, I think.
Yeah.
But I think that's the end of episode 18 or the first episode of 2025. We apologize again for being MIA for so long. But we're happy to be back. We're glad that we're back to filming. We got next week planned. I'll keep it a surprise, but our same shenanigans as before. We're going
Yeah.
to continue some stories. And then we got a couple things planned that are going to continue what we've been doing or similar trends. I think the newest thing we both want to try doing is having some guests on the episode.
Yeah.
And I don't mean we're going to have fucking Jim Carrey on here. Like hell, if we message him, he'd be like, yeah, I'd love to be on your show.
We could
It's going to be
try.
people like one of our friends from the college program who worked somewhere that we never did as a way for us to see new areas of the park or just hear more stories. Or we're going to have like a application to get new people on just to branch out some ideas.
Yeah. Boop, boop.
But thank you guys for watching. And as always,
Stay wild.